BT Group is the UK champion for telco. But we don't just do telco, we do technology as well. We do everything from drones to AI. We work in all sectors, from banking to healthcare. We run the 999 services in the UK, that's the emergency services. We're involved in satellites, in underground, undersea fiber optic cables. So we do a myriad of different things. We have the largest science and innovation park and more AI patents at the UK Patent Office than any other UK headquartered company. So we are involved in all kinds of technology, security, AI and data type activities. I joined BT in 2000, about 6 weeks before COVID hit. So it was a challenging time all round. I had to make sure that GDPR had been implemented appropriately, and there was some work to be done in that space. I'd like to think that what we did in order to get ourselves sorted for GDPR compliance has formed the foundation for so much more that we are now going on to deliver. Aside from making sure that we have the right people and processes and platforms in place, we've also had to look towards things like our AI strategy, our data strategy for the company, what statements we make publicly about how we use data. So for example, our ambition is to be the most trusted connector of people, devices and machines. And you want to live up to all of those statements and you want to comply with the legislation. At the same time, you need to drive value from your data. So you're constantly trying to make sure that you are getting the most out of your data, which means it has to be governed properly, it has to be accessible, it has to be of good quality for your business folk to access it, but you also want to do all of this really safely. So there's been a lot of work that we've done in that space, making sure we have proper governance around the data, we have proper access controls, we have good data quality, things like that. And this is all really, really important to help us deal with new pieces of legislation like the AI Act, the Data Act, all the security pieces of legislation coming in. We are also critical infrastructure within the UK, and we play a critical part elsewhere as well. So making sure that we are set up for the future is very important in our planning every day. So OneTrust is our strategic data compliance partner. We brought OneTrust in when I arrived, and starting with things like landscaping, which is critical to get right. And that platform, I think, has been incredibly useful because it helps us make sure that we have good records of where our data is, but it also helps to feed other systems and connect to other tools and systems, because we don't want to ask people the same question over and over again. We want connectivity in an automated compliance process. We also, things like the cookie solutions, data guidance for horizon scanning, we use modules, the DSAR module, and actually that's a good example of showing value. When I joined BT, we were doing DSARs quite manually, and it's embarrassing to say, but probably on sort of scattered SharePoint sites and spreadsheets and all that sort of thing. We weren't answering the DSARs in time. It was sometimes taking up to 90 days, where it should have been about 30. And we were doing things in a very old-fashioned way on sending discs out to people. We were having to pay a fortune on postage. Bringing OneTrust in helped us to make sure we were delivering on our DSAR commitments within the right time frame, but also it saved a lot of people time, and it saved on postage. And so automating that whole process, I think it saved us around £240,000 a year. Now that's an immediate value add to be able to show the business that this is, and that's what they want to hear. They don't just want to hear about how you're managing the risk. Ideally, you want to say, but look at the value add as well. So one of the real upsides with using OneTrust is that it has helped us to simplify processes and centralize what we're doing. What you don't want is compliance activity happening in silos. You want to make it simpler for the business, give them one place to go to do the right thing when it comes to data. And the tools that we've used from OneTrust and the OneTrust platform has allowed us to build different elements of compliance and sort of on our foundations. So actually, I think OneTrust has been on this journey with us, and we definitely tell a better story for being so sort of connected in all of our different modules. For me, I think the solutions have helped me be able to trust the data I'm seeing, and it's helped me to tell a better story to our exco and our board around our compliance, because I have data I can point to and feel is organized in a way that it tells us a story. We know where we're doing well, we know where we need to spend more time, more resources to improve our compliance posture. But at the end of the day, I need to be able to report on where we're at. And having tools like this gives me the information and the data I need to tell an accurate, up-to-date story.